What up, YouTube? This is Steven, and I'm back with some news that I think might interest you. Alright, so I was browsing around jpopasia.com and I ran across this article, and the article is entitled Avex Holding Auditions for Tetsuya Komuro Produced International Girl Group. So apparently, Avex is still working with Tetsuya Komuro, aka TK. So yeah, they're still working with TK even after the whole embezzlement thing happened. You know, the tax evasion thing, the not paying your artists their money thing. Really? I'm pretty sure if I were to do something that shady at my job, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't hire me back. I'm pretty sure I probably have a tough time getting a job. But, when you're somebody like TK, it's probably a bit different. The rules are a bit different there. But whatever. So yeah, TK is going to be forming a international girl group, apparently. Um, so that's interesting. I'm going to read this article and give my thoughts and opinions as I go. So here I go. Japanese producer Tetsuya Komuro is producing a new girl group named Far Eastern Wind, set to debut in 2017. So it seemed like they really want this group because I just heard about this. So it sounded like they really like quick about this because usually a lot of times you're supposed to really like in the music industry there used to be sort of like artist development stage, like an artist development stage where the artist probably wouldn't even debut for a good while because the artist was being developed. But it seemed like they're just going like straight into producing. So are these young ladies going to supposed to have all that they need coming into this and not have any artist development at all? Or they're just pushing them out there just to make a quick buck? Like is this really like are they really investing into these girls? You know? Because I know Boa, like, you know, SM Entertainment, there's a lot that can be said that's negative about SM Entertainment in South Korea. But when it came to Boa, like, I think they really did invest, like, a lot of money into Boa, like, with the dance lessons, with the language lessons, singing lessons as well. And I think Boa didn't even debut for a good minute until they really, trained her. And that's kind of like part of the reason that Boa is like considered one of the top talents of Asia. But on to the next. Far Eastern Wind aims to be an international dance and vocal group that sings and operates in Japanese, English, and other Asian languages. So this is going to be international. So apparently they're going to be singing in a lot of different languages. But isn't it a bit difficult to find people to sing in like all these different languages though? And some people are speculating that this may end up being sort of like a AKB48 type of group, which I don't think we really need another AKB48 type of music group. We already have enough copies of that music group as is. And also AKB48 was enough on its own. I mean, it's 40 something members in that group alone. Yeah, like can somebody really keep up with 40 people in a group? And how much are they paychecks? I know they sell a lot, but how much are those paychecks? I want to know. I know they can't be that much. I'm guessing probably along the lines of like a minimum wage fast food worker. Somebody working at McDonald's maybe. Because the management getting a big cut of that check. And plus like the people, it's so much that goes into the like producing the artist. So many people getting a cut of that check. Plus you gotta split the check with like 40 other people. So how much the check going? Like, how much is the check? Also, I'm pretty sure that some members get paid more than other members because they're more in the spotlight. So I don't know. And also, I feel like AKB48 sort of undermines the Japanese pop music industry because technically, like in terms of singles, I think they are the best-selling musical group. But some people don't even count them. Like some people just don't even count them as like you know really legitimately holding that record. But they do legitimately hold the record, but some people just don't acknowledge it. And I can understand why, because it seems like they just kind of like undermine the Japanese pop music industry by their marketing techniques, like the way that they market themselves and holding event meet and greets and kind of like doing little tricky little things to help boost their sales on the sly. Like, oh, buy my CD and you can be lucky and get a ticket to meet us, and that kind of helps generate their sales. And also, they're really popular with like a certain demographic, pedophiles, and that could be a little odd. I guess that's a bit of a sidebar, but I guess I just felt the need to put that in there for some reason. Okay, next. Avex is currently holding auditions for the group. They also have another audition going on too, I think. Avex. So I guess Avex is looking for some new talent. Too bad I don't really qualify for none of this stuff. Let's see. Applications from girls aged 10 to 15 years old will be accepted between July 15th to August 14th. So about a month. And I'm like, Some people kind of felt that age range was a bit shady. Like they're looking for the young girls, and some people are kind of sick of like the Japanese music industry going for like young girls, you know, and possibly feel that it's sort of like at this point a little pedophilic, perhaps. But yeah, I kind of feel like 10 years old is a bit too young, really. I kind of think that 15 should probably be the start, if that, maybe 18. But again, I'm kind of like on American standards, though, and 18 is kind of like the age of consent and when you can become like an adult. It may be a little bit different in Japan. Different countries and cultures do things differently. So. Let's see. Next. And this is a quote from TK himself. We are waiting for lots of applications from young, talented, and pure girls who can bust forth from Asia to the world. I will work my hardest as a producer. So let's make this happen together. And more details about the audition process can be found at Avex Audition, avex-audition.jp./few audition. Far Eastern Wind. Few. All right, so a lot of people were in that quote that TK gave us. A lot of people had issues with him saying pure girls. And I think it's a cultural thing. I think in Japan, purity is viewed a bit different than in like the West, In the West, purity is viewed more so as like being virginal, like being a virgin, not engaging in sexual activities, etc. But I think in Japan it's a bit different. I don't know the difference. Someone said it in the comments section, but I forgot the difference. But I think it may have to do with like maybe, I guess, having like really pale skin, maybe. Which, if that is, then that is problematic to say that someone is pure versus not pure because of the shade of their skin. But whatever. So yeah, and that's pretty much the end of the article. And TK wants to create a girl group. A little strange. Usually he does like, well, he's done a plethora. He's done like a lot of solo artists, but he's done some groups too, like TRF and Globe. So yeah, you know. And TK is responsible for producing, top acts. I think a lot of his acts are kind of like not really relevant at this point, though, to be honest. But they were successful in their heyday. And the only musical act that I can think of that TK was, a part of that is still relevant today is Namie Amuro, because I don't think like Tomomi Kahara, she's nice, but she's not really relevant at this point. Ami Suzuki, she's still. It seemed like she has been still blackballed from the industry, even though they let her back in. It seemed like she's still being blackballed though. TRF, Globe, Hitomi, double H Jungle with the T. They had one hit and left. And there's probably some more acts that he's produced that I just can't name off the, off bat, But yeah, how's that's going to work when it comes to the singing language? Is everyone supposed to be able to understand Japanese since the label is based in Japan and the primary audience would be Japanese? But I don't know. This seems a little complicated to sort of work out the logistics, or I don't know if that's the word, but work out the language stuff. I guess logistics would not be the word, but work out like the language issues, and also where would they live. Also, what's the ethnicity of these girls supposed to be? I mean, are we looking for like Western type, folk, or more Asian people, Eastern type people? So people who are mixed with Western and Eastern, like who? I don't know. The race and ethnicity, I don't know. But that's all I got for the time being. So what do you guys think? Feel free to comment. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to give me a thumbs up. Your feedback and support are extremely appreciated and extremely valued. Until the next video, adios and goodbye for now.